Good evening and welcome to the Coffeyville City Commission meeting for Tuesday, February 11th, 2020. We'll take roll at this time.
Commissioner York,
Here.
Commissioner Van Oster. Here. Commissioner Maxson,
Here.
Vice Mayor Doan,
Here.
Mayor Bauer.
Here. This time we will have the invocation led by Dick Smith, pastor of First Baptist Church downtown. Please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, I am excited to be back in Coffeyville. I grew up here, so. Lord, thank you so much for the men and women in this room. Thank you for their hard work and dedication. Thank you for our city. Thank you for the opportunity we all have to serve and love each other here. Help them as they go throughout their business to work together, to listen to one another, to gain great insight and wisdom from that. Help our city. Help us all to prayerfully support them and lift up our city ourselves, to love and serve one another. Help them tonight as they conduct a business here to do it in a way that pleases you but also betters our community. And thank you so much for the life that we have, and thank you for your son, and it's in his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Pastor Smith. Move on into the review of the agenda, and I think we need to City Commission meeting minutes for Tuesday, January 28, 2020, and 2020 appropriation ordinance AO-20-03 in the amount of $992,236.36.
So I had one change to the meeting minutes. If you look at the present, so the commissioners are the former commissioners listed in that section.
And that was from the January 28th meeting.
That's correct, yeah.
And it has Commissioner Taylor and Williams.
They were here in spirit.
Yes. I think Chris
been a
was
long
actually
week,
here.
guys.
Yeah, Chris was
We'll
here.
fix it.
Yeah, Chris was here. If we can make those two amendments, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda with those changes.
And I just want to say on the appropriation ordinance, because that was included in
Yes.
that, right? Just again, once for the public, in case they haven't gone through the items that are on line for you to get, about 400,000 of that is payroll, and the rest are the bills that it takes to run the city for the approximate 2 to 3 weeks until the next time we meet. So just so that you all know.
I'll second.
I'm sorry, who made the original motion? Okay.
I'll do it.
Motion is made by Mayor Bauer and seconded by Vice Mayor Doan to approve items 1 and 2 of the consent agenda with changes to the minutes to reflect the appropriate commissioners were present at the meeting. Commissioner Maxson?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Doan?
Aye.
Mayor Bauer?
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster?
Aye.
Commissioner York?
Aye.
Third item on the appropriation ordinance number AO-20-03A for Commissioner Doan, $259.75. This is travel reimbursement. I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll second.
Motion is made by Mayor Bauer and seconded by Commissioner Van Oster to approve item number 3 of the consent agenda as presented. Commissioner Van Oster?
Aye.
Commissioner Maxson?
Aye.
Commissioner York?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Doan?
Abstain.
And Mayor Bauer.
Aye. And I apologize, I missed. We're going to back up to, we're going to move the citizens' comments to the start of the meeting. So this will be a change from the end to the beginning of the meetings from moving forward.
You need a motion to do that?
Yeah, we need a
Okay.
motion.
I'll make a motion to approve to move the citizen comments to the start of our meetings.
Second.
Maxson, that was you that seconded? Okay, thank you. Motion is made by Commissioner Van Oster and seconded by Commissioner Maxson to approve the amended agenda, moving the citizens' comments to the start of the meeting. Commissioner York?
Aye.
Mayor Bauer?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Doan?
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster?
Aye.
Commissioner Maxon?
Aye.
Okay, in saying that, we'll take comments from the public. The public is free to comment on items not listed on the agenda. Please address comments to the commission as a body and be mindful of others who may also wish to speak by limiting your comments to 3 minutes. Anyone has anything to say? The podium is all yours.
Oh, Mary, don't let us get skunked.
I missed the last meeting. I'm sorry. But I
missed
just
you.
didn't feel like coming for once. So I stayed home and watched you on TV.
All right.
Okay?
You were
with
here
us
in spirit.
again, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. But being a part of this, just as a part of the audience for you, I think is very helpful to you because you get feed-in from us, and that is so important. You get feed-in from where your businesses are and the people you run into. But you're my friends, and I know you best through this meeting. So thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
This time it will move into regular agenda items. First item is notification of a successful grant application for CDBG sidewalk grant for sidewalks on 10th Street. Public Service Director Chuck Shively. Spoke faster than you could walk up here.
Mayor and Commissioners, last October, you authorized us to submit a grant application to the Kansas Department of Commerce for a potential CDBG grant to replace the sidewalks on both sides of 10th Street from Camden Street to Gillum Street. On January 17th, we received a letter from the governor awarding the grant as requested in the amount of $268,500. Last Thursday, I had attended the required grantee training and received the grant agreements, which I plan to bring to you for approval at the next City Commission meeting. Also, on Thursday of this week, I plan to attend a reception being held in Topeka by the Lieutenant Governor and the Secretary of Commerce for those entities receiving CDBG grants this year. I don't know if any of you got an invitation.
I did.
You did?
Yep.
But I thought I'm planning to attend to represent
I was really hoping you
Coffeyville in case
go into
nobody
that.
else planned to. So.
And the training also. I actually think I text Mark to make sure that you were going to be in attendance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, just
That's
wanted
great.
to let you know.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thanks.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you.
So that'll be similar to what was done on 9th, Chuck?
Well, yeah, actually, we did the streets on 9th Street.
Right.
And then we got a second special round grant
Right.
that time. This time we did the streets on 10th, and this was just a regular round, but we were successful.
Oh, good, yeah,
So yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be similar.
very good.
That's great.
It'd
Yep.
Sure improve it, yes.
And I hope the citizens on 10th Street do like the citizens on 9th Street did.
That would be
They did a lot
fantastic.
of
They did.
improvements
Yes, they did.
themselves once it started.
Started.
so.
Mhm. That's great.
Very good.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Chuck.
Yes, thank you. Second item, notification of successful grant application for Census 2020 social media advertising and printing of additional materials. City Clerk Allison Pryor.
Mayor and Commissioners, last fall, we also applied for a small grant through the League of Kansas Municipalities, and that is to work along with the Census 2020 initiative, which we passed the proclamation also last fall. And so this grant is $2,000, which was the max award to be used for social media advertising, and a $500 additional award for printing of materials. So we met today with Candy Westbrook from the Chamber regarding some of those thoughts and planning and how it is that can be used to get the best impact for our community whenever census time starts to gear up next month.
Fantastic.
That's good.
I think
Great
so.
news, Alice.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving into new business. Bob McGill's application to serve on the CRMC Board of Trustees.
Mayor, Commissioners,
He's here.
in fact, I will let you take over.
Bob, would you like to come up to the podium, please?
Of course.
Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Good evening.
So, what interests you on being on the CMC board? I
Well,
think I already know, but
yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. I've been here once or twice before. I didn't know anybody at that time, and my wife and I have been in this community now for almost 5 years. It's been a great experience. My family really came from Chinook, Kansas, and in 2015 we moved here. I have a daughter here who's a nurse at the Regional Medical Center.
we don't know who
Robin
that
Catholic,
is.
yeah. And my wife and I moved here to be near them, and we have had 2 grandchildren born here at this local hospital. My wife and I have accessed the hospital numerous times with great experience, and we're so pleased to have access to it. And our thought was, someone suggested I should submit an application, and certainly if I can bring any experience to bear that would be helpful to strengthen and lengthen our hospital and the community's experience with it, I'd love to do that. So that's my motivation.
Great.
Fantastic.
That's great.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank
There
you
any
very
questions?
much. It's good to have people on board like that and put out the positive parts and want to do things to collaborate and help. So that's much appreciated.
Yes, very much.
If there-
Go
if
ahead.
there are no other questions, I'll move to approve Bob McGill's application to serve on the CRMC Board of Trustees.
I'll second.
Motion is made by Commissioner York and seconded by Commissioner Van Oster to approve Bob McGill's application to serve on the CRMC Board of Trustees. Mayor Bauer,
Aye.
Commissioner York,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxon,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Doan,
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Aye.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution number R-20-04, a resolution to authorize the issuance of a purchase order in the amount not to exceed $26,000 to Utility Financial Solutions to provide an update to the electric cost of service study for the City of Coffeyville Electric Utility. Mike Shook, Director of Electric Utilities, will make comments.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Mayor, as you stated, the item I bring before you for your consideration this evening is electric cost of service update. The City of Coffeyville Electric Utility contracted with Utility Financial Solutions in 2014 to look at the utilities rates and rate structures to make certain that the city and the utility were meeting the cost of service requirements. Through that process, a new rate design was brought forward, whereas energy and demand rates were set up to be a pass-through, allowing the utility to capture our cost of service through our customer charge that was newly implemented. It was recommended at that time that the city and the utility perform a cost of service reviewing our rates and rate structures to make certain that we are recovering our cost of service, including not imposing rates that are above our cost of service every 3 to 5 years. Staff has again reached out to UFS to assist with our annual electric utility bond rating surveillance and review, and this is with Fitch and Standard & Poor's for our bonds for the new power plant. As part of that process, UFS has recommended that as part of our due diligence in providing our financial projections, that an updated cost of service is warranted. So staff is recommending the approval of engaging Utility Financial Solutions to assist and provide an updated cost of service study and financial projections for the utility for the next 5 years. And I'd be happy to try to answer any questions that you may have.
So the last time this was done was 2014? Is that
We
correct?
started in 2014, we updated it in 2017.
Okay.
Yep.
And we implemented the changes that they recommended? Or?
Yes, we have.
Other questions? I'll make a motion to approve resolution number R-20-04 as presented.
I'll second.
Motion is made by Mayor Bauer and seconded by Commissioner Van Oster to approve resolution number R-20-04 as presented. Commissioner Van Oster,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Doan,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxon,
Aye.
Mayor Bauer,
Aye.
and Commissioner York.
Aye.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Commissioner.
Thank you.
City Managers Report.
Mayor, Commissioners, first to start out, I'd like to introduce our new city clerk, would be Melissa Carter. And we're anxiously awaiting her to take over the meetings next weekend? Next meeting? Next week. Next meeting. There we go. You'll get it. Sorry, I got stuck there. Anyway, we're excited about that. I would also like to thank Chuck for his hard work on the grant, and Allison. Anytime we receive those, I know you're aware that it saves the taxpayer money. It is one of those that each department is working on grants for this year and in the future, and I think it will be something to see as the year unfolds. More of these coming to save taxpayers money. I'm very proud of what they're doing. They're being very creative and moving Coffeyville forward. So I'd like to take also this time to thank all the departments for their hard work. It is, we're already gearing up to get ready for spring. So with that being said, I would like to also take this time to address a situation that's come to my attention. There is been a program on television that basically I've received calls regarding medical bill collection. It is one of those, I'd like to clear that up and of course answer, and Paul's here to answer any questions, but the city does not collect medical bills. It is one of those that because of the court being in this building, that was the association of the city. I can assure the public that we do not collect medical bills. But being in our building and the court being upstairs, that's the only association. It is a private attorney, and, that is not an issue of ours. So I just wanted to make the commission aware. You can also ask Paul any questions, but other than that, if there's any questions, I'd like to entertain those.
No, thank you for the clarification on that. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Gotten many emails and phone calls. As a matter of fact, CNN and CBS has called me, both producers. So.
Really?
Yes,
And
left me voicemails
we
on the last
will
day.
make available a statement
Yeah.
from the city, short and simple, explaining that.
Fantastic.
Good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
This time we'll take comments from commissioners and staff. Who's ready to start? Well,
Go ahead,
I'll go ahead and start. So last week we did the ribbon cutting ceremony at Phoenix Logistics, where we welcomed Phoenix Logistics and Array Technologies. I was so humbled to give a short presentation or speech. So I'm excited. They seem like a very well-organized organization, and I look forward to doing business with them and having them in Coffeyville. And so excited. Lots of things changing, and we're moving forward. So
Good.
I think that's really about all I have on that. That's all I got to say about that.
So Anne Marie was there, I think Justin
Yes,
was there.
I
as
think
well, and
everyone
Trey,
was
you-
here.
yeah,
The whole- all the
yeah,
commissioners.
Yeah, yes,
Yes, we
and
were there. It was
you did a great
wonderful.
job of speaking as well,
Yes,
Paul.
we did.
Very well received. So.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I know
I
they,
know we didn't speak any business while there.
No.
Didn't happen. Anyone else?
Do we want to talk about our 11th Street project at all?
I think
So-
that would be fair.
Yeah.
So Commissioner Van Oster and I spoke about it a little bit with Mark earlier today, so I'm actually going to let her, since I've just got done speaking. So
okay. Yes, we've spoke about that, and we're on top of some things. We want to make sure that project continues on and that it gets done smoothly. I know we are going to get a
more
report.
ways than one?
When more
Yes.
ways than one, yes, yes, sure. There was a a statement put out today by the city on their Facebook page on how the south side, it did not pass inspection. It will be later when the north side is completed, then everything they will take and they will smooth that down.
Yes.
And that is what they are to do. So we are keeping up with that, and working with the state has, Mayor Bauer has reminded us each time that comes up, that is a state project, and we do have some stake in it, but the state pretty well is running it, and so we are just there working with them on our part. So
I will say.
anything more you want to add to that?
I will say the suggestion, and that is something that we will closely monitor it on a daily basis.
Yes.
As to recording days that are working, days that are not. It is one of those, if we should see a law, we will contact the state and just making sure that they are aware
Right.
that, could they be working or could they not?
Right.
It's been a long project, and I know you want it over. And that was our discussion today. To best serve the public, we need to monitor it as closely as possible,
Right.
even though it's a KDOT project.
Right.
So we'll get that done for
Right.
you
And I'm-
in the commission.
And I'm sure they have their own logs and keep their logs, but when I suggested that we do that, I just would like to be that, just in case something comes up later, we've got the information that we need to handle whatever might come up.
Yes, Commissioner.
Okay.
And although it is a state project, the city still has a stake in it, and we want to make sure we've got a project at the end of this that we would be proud to put our names on as well, right?
Yes,
So,
Right.
yes, Commissioner.
And
That
it's,
is correct.
it's not there yet, so, yeah.
Yes, sir.
And I know we've had some rain recently, but we're probably down to like 20 days left, aren't we?
I will get that figure
Yeah.
from Thomas, and I'll get that information out to you.
Okay.
But our days are down.
Yes.
They are down.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I also did make note, I think we have one light left to put up downtown.
Yes.
Yes.
And the only reason it wasn't put up, it looked like they were digging a hole, so maybe, I don't know if the,
Well, they had some wiring issues right there on
Mike,
those.
am I right?
poles, but Yeah.
kind of took note of that. I kind of took your steam away, didn't I? You was, fantastic.
They look
And
wonderful.
they
They do
look very, very good, Mike. Thank you.
We're gonna have some with the bulbs out, the shipment that came in, this last shipment, some of the bulbs are damaged.
Okay. Okay,
All right.
all right.
Great job by your
Yes.
team.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, very well. And that's a great addition to downtown, a great change for us.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Anything else?
I know we did talk about last meeting, working on the video for the HGTV.
Yeah.
It has been submitted. They're working on getting it out for the public to see now.
Oh, good.
It was more of a battle to get done than what we would have liked, but it is done and it's out there. So
Good.
Of course, there's only about 10,000 other cities out there that have submitted videos, but
I've noticed several on
Yeah.
on social
Yeah.
media that have
Yeah.
shared them on Facebook and things like that. Yeah. So
they'll have fun digging through all those. So, yes.
But it is a great thing to have.
It is. So
See if we want
it'll
to
be a
use it
tool we
later.
can use for other things as well. So, as you go forward on grant applications, that kind of stuff, it could be utilized for that. So,
And we're welcome to put that on our social media.
yep.
yeah.
And on the government channel.
So
Definitely.
Shanna Model and Lisa Scheck control the Reawakenings Facebook page, and they're working on getting that out there. So,
As soon as they get it to us, we'll get that posted.
all right.
Fantastic. Anything else? I will make a motion to adjourn.
I will second.
Motion is made by Mayor Bauer and seconded by Commissioner Van Oster to adjourn. Can I have a show of hands, please? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.